I'm blaming the parents on this one.
Mm-hmm. I do think there could have been, but I mean, when you probably have normie parents like this, I mean,
Yeah.
this is like beyond because he had literally complained that like I one time wore drag and they didn't say anything about it to me. And it's like, you know,
Oh,
because he's like, you know, trying to dare them to say something and they didn't say anything. Like, I don't think he even mentioned it them being disgusted.
yeah.
Like nothing. And this is like one of his motivations of like verbatim to get back at mom and dad. Like, because like you didn't acknowledge me at all. And it's like, well, technically they did and they just didn't say anything about it.
Right.
So it's kind of like, is that their way of like accepting it? Like, you know, but the thing is, the coward never just, like, if I understand it right,
Never had a conversation about it.
never. He never did. He flat out never did and just waited on them. When
Yeah.
it's like, I think they gave the answers, like, to my opinion, it seems like they kind of gave the blessing.
Yeah, you know, the
Mark?
tacit okay.
Because I mean, they could have just kicked him out.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's
a truly homophobic family, or you know, or that, you know, LGBT phobic, let's say,
sure.
would have kicked you the fuck out of the curb the very nanosecond you do that shit.
Oh,
So
yeah, for sure.
and the fact that they didn't, like, I, you know, that to me that's where the part of like, I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, exactly, X Show. Like, yeah, you feel bad about the circumstances of Chris Chan, but you can't like absolve him of his own crimes.
No, absolutely not.
So
But with Randy, it's like, no, and he wanted this, like,
yeah. Well, because that was the whole thing, was his obsession was like, oh, I have to do this to get my ghost squad.
Yep.
This thing that I totally made up, but it's real now.
Yep.
Name Randy when talking about him, as this is the name that would eventually.
And he even did the whole like, I'm gonna do a coin flip, and the coin flip literally came out outside of his favor.
Right.
So he picked it up again and flipped the coin.
A trail of disturbing clues in preparation for his
like,
final plan.
That's why I don't.
And
believe
although all the signs were there that something
that's why I don't believe, because it's like
wrong, Randy's
because that's what he was about. Like, it's gonna be down to a coin flip where he was gonna say, I'm gonna kill myself. Well, hold on, before I say, I'm gonna unalive myself.
I mean, it's too late. You can say it. I don't care. I mean, we're live on YouTube, but like, the stream started 93 minutes ago, so nobody like they're not gonna do anything.
I know.
They only scan like the first couple minutes.
Yeah, but you know, but he said he was just gonna either unalign himself and that be that, or the second option, if it was like heads or tails, he was gonna do this the supermarket shooting. And he pretty much
it came up for just suicide, and then he fucking went, no, you know what, I'm gonna do the thing.
Yeah, because he flips it again, which makes the whole.
Randy first became interested in YouTube,
but yeah, this is the most well self-documented murderer I think I could ever
Let's Plays, filming him
say. Besides, you know, next to the Christchurch, you know, besides that fucker.
Well, but the Christchurch guy doesn't have a whole bunch of documentation before he does it, right?
But that's a first ever of like a live cam.
That was a live mass shooting,
and so intense, of like so much volume too.
Right.
I mean, you know, I would say I had a pretty constitution, and I still do, but that's
one of the ones that I did not watch. I did not watch the Christchurch stream.
I did it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't watch it as it was happening.
No.
I did.
I had the opportunity multiple times to watch it after the fact, but I decided not to do that.
You made the right call.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Although I did recently watch, there was the one dude who was going around, the one mass shooter, no, the Christchurch shooting was in New Zealand, Adam.
Yep.
He was the dude who dropped a bunch of like internet memes during his mass shooting.
Played the Eurobeat.
Yeah, he played like gas
as his getaway song. So what he was trying to do was take away as many of the take away as many of the
Muslims.
No, not that part.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I was doing all those meme shit is to take away as many of the right's memes. To basically radicalize them further. Verbatim. This was
like what, 2-3 years ago?
A little while ago.
Yeah, he basically he dropped a manifesto, and his entire manifesto was like accelerationism, you know?
Yes, to the extreme.
Like extreme hyper accelerationism, where he wanted like race war now was his whole fucking manifesto. Well, unfortunately, Ashtar is still, the commander of the local quadrant of our galaxy, and the blue avians have put us in a crystal sphere, so never. We're defended. Yeah, the Christchurch shooter was bad, but there was a dude recently, and I want to say he was either in my state or in a suburb of my state, of my city, and he literally was just going around. Here's the fucked up thing, right? So it's a black dude, and he's going around shooting as many white people as he can, right? This happened right after the Christmas drive-through massacre guy.
Yep.
So this one got pushed under the rug, and I want you to guess why.
It's always like that.
It was a mass shooter, but it was shoved under the rug, and I want you to guess why.
Yep.
So, dude goes around, he's shooting as many white people as he can. He kills one black guy. Guess what the black guy was?
Yeah.
Guess the one thing that black guy was that makes me know that this was not an organic mass shooting.
Humor me. What is it?
The black guy was working on inventing and perfecting a water-powered car.
Yeah. I've heard
every
that one
fucking time. This is like the 25th dude that has invented a water-powered car that has been killed. I'm actually subscribed to his YouTube channel because I found out about him after the fact. I am going to pull him up right now because that's insane to me. Where is he? It's just like, dude, every single time there's been a fucking water-powered car. Here he is. He was a ex-cop who invented a water-powered car. And he has video of it working on his fucking YouTube channel. I mean, the shooter was black, but, like, the main issue is that he killed the dude who had a water-powered car.
Yeah. It's like, what are the odds of that?
I'm gonna go gonna start the vehicle again. And, it should run again. Okay, off the hydrogen residue.
I mean, it makes sense, like... No, yeah. The oil companies have killed many, many people who have invented
100%
water-powered cars.
Like outright bought the companies that were making them and then run them to the ground. They did that literally with electric for the longest time. They tried it with Tesla. They tried with Tesla, and Tesla just weathered it.
Yeah. That's the guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's the guy who invented this car, who is now filming it, whose YouTube channel this is. Mm-hmm. It's either the guy in the reflection or the guy recording the engine. So basically the way it works is that they split the water into hydrogen and oxygen, and they just use it for fuel.
Fucking A.
Good night, X Joe. Thanks for coming by, buddy. But this has happened to dozens of inventors who have invented this exact thing.
You know, it's my theory.
Huh.
I think it's probably, I'm not trying to disparage any of them or anyone who makes these, but I bet you it's probably easier than we probably realize because
it's probably so fucking easy.
Yeah. It's probably like the equivalent of like how to make a nuclear little nuclear little mini power plant. Just some things.
A teenager did it. A teenager made a mini nuclear power plant in the fucking 60s.
Yep.
It probably literally is that easy.
Yep.
And we just don't do it because everyone who does it gets fucking murdered.
Yep. I think the only truest way is just by just putting it out there, remaining entirely anonymous and just putting it entirely out there.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way.
I think what you got to do is you got to do it to your car, do it to a friend's car.
Yep. And
just keep one after another, just keep doing it over and over to other people's cars without never tell them you're never allowed to tell anyone what is going on with your car until you just eventually hit that critical mass.
Because you can't snuff an entire neighborhood.
Right, and you can't patent it.
Yep.
Because if you patent it, that's how they fucking find you. And you can't make a YouTube channel because that's how they found this fucking guy.
Yep.
It's actually crazy. It's actually insane because this is one of the formative conspiracies for my life, right? Mm-hmm. I've brought this up on stream before, right? But my parents, when I was growing up, my parents were huge fucking hippies, right?
Yeah.
And my stepdad, who was a fucking IT dude with long dreadlocks, he would tell me stories of how there are people all over the place who have invented water-powered cars, and every time a water-powered car has been invented, the government or the car companies or somebody else would come by and buy them out or put a stop to them, Zep, how's it going? What were you dealing with today that you were doing the thing?
Bro, I was dealing with work. I got maybe about an hour of time before I need to hit the sack and then get up early. But
we're talking about water-powered cars.
Oh yeah, they keep on killing the guys that fucking come up with that shit.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. Believe it or not, so I actually did not believe in the whole Hillary Clinton shit. That was one conspiracy. I was like, nah, that's bullshit.
She's literally she is a reptilian alien shapeshifter.
I can believe it now. But what was his name? Seth Rich. That was when I wrote. That's when I was like, oh, okay, oh, okay.
There was another
exactly
another one that she was
but after that guy, because he was a DNC leaker, and Julian Assange, Seth Rich,
Yeah, she killed him.
Julian Assange was all but saying that was the dude. Like that was pretty much the dude.
Yeah.
But his hands were tied behind his back because he had to give confidential, asset information, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
He was the guy who tweeted out, "I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton."
Yep.
And the next fucking day, he was dead in a robbery, but he still had his phone, wallet, keys, car keys, everything.
Yep. Mysteriously. A
robbery.
Mysteriously labeled as a robbery.
Yeah.
Yep. That was that, and also, so fun fact, I sometimes follow up with the Hades. Because remember, by the way, they've their shit has still not been fixed since the Hades earthquake. And
the Haiti earthquake.
Yeah. No, that shit's still.
Because the Clinton Foundation was in charge of the funds for which companies would go in to repair Haiti's infrastructure and residential areas. And they took all the money and they dropped a bunch of shipping containers, and nothing has been done since.
And a guy was
how many $1 billion?
Well,
billions.
The Red Cross has
billions.
been the Red Cross.
Yeah, it was Red Cross and Clinton Foundation did fuck nothing with Hades.
Yep.
Like I said, to this day, this year, nothing has had been done with it.
Yeah, billions of dollars stolen,
and a guy who was
all into the Clinton Foundation.
Yep.
That was my Clinton awakening. Was the Haiti earthquake situation?
Same. That and the rich guy. That, like, okay, bitch, you are
the rich guy. Epstein.
Yeah.
Seth Rich.
Seth Rich. Yeah.
Like after that, I was like, okay, bitch, you do have a kill squad, you fucking cunt.
Then you start looking into the Clinton death list, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. Now I believe it.
It's like 150 people long that have all died.
Yeah.
And every single one of them, the Clintons have a direct motive, a direct means, and immediately afterwards they've gained wealth, power, or influence. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, they totally didn't do it. But if they did, like, all 150 of these deaths were just so incredibly coincidental.
Yeah.
And worked out in their favor. And some of them, like, committed suicide by shooting themselves twice in the back of the head. But, like, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, the Clintons are, like, literally one of the most evil families. And I hate them with every fiber of my being.
Yep. And it was so epic. That phrase is so trite, but you know what? It was epic that some fucking asshole, literally one of the biggest fucking American assholes to date, ran president first time, became a politician first time.
Just to fuck with Hillary.
Beat that bitch.
Was fucking crying.
Who was herself.
I hope she fucking cried herself to sleep for years.
Bro, I still say this to this day.
Congratulations to this future president. Die in a hole, bitch.
Arrogant. That was so arrogant. Like, even for any politician to fucking just come out straight and say it like that, like on Twitter, like.
Well, but didn't she do it like when did she tweet that? When is her birthday? It was during election season.
Yeah, it was during election.
Yeah.
It was during an election.
And she got fucking wrecked.
Yeah, no, I still believe to this day. So if people have forgotten about this, when she lost, she just like went pretty much like in a woods. Like she went
radio silent for like 6 months.
I swear, because there was this woman with her baby,
and she refused to concede for like the first week, didn't she?
No, she did that for a minute.
24 to 48 hours. She refused to concede. It wasn't that long. Al Gore refused to concede for about a week, but that was because
that was fair though.
That was fair. That shit was close. That was like 1,000 or maybe.
Yeah, it was the same for the
Florida.
Biden and
I totally
Trump
believe
election.
Bush rigged that election. I don't like Gore, but like, come on.
Yeah, looking back on it, man, I think that's kind of.
You know why? Because the Skull and Bones Society wanted Bush to take the presidency, so he could 9/11 it.
Yale, right? Yeah, it was Yale, wasn't it?
Bush was part of the Skull and Bones Society, yes.
Yeah, but isn't that only one college, or is that multiple colleges?
It is only one college.
Yeah, Yale, isn't it Yale?
You're probably right.
Okay.
Happy birthday to this future president.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna start posting that every year on my birthday.
Oh my god. and there was this woman who was just out doing a stroll with her baby, and she found Hillary, and I swear to God, the way she looked, I think she was about to blow her brains out. If it wasn't for that woman who like intercepted, like, because the woman was even surprised herself. She was like, I just randomly found Hillary Clinton,
Listen, Stefan.
No
I spent years shitting on George Bush. He is a dumbass. The problem is they were forcing him to do the wrong thing. He's meant to be a painter. He was supposed to be an artist. He wasn't supposed to be a politician. His family forced him into that. He didn't want to do any of this shit. He was just gonna paint. Like, he didn't want to go to Yale. He could have gone to a fucking art school and been totally happy in life. It actually makes me so angry. Because George Bush could have been just like Jeb.
Yep.
Could have been just like Jeb. Just a slow, dumb, sweet old man. Just somebody's grandpa. No aspirations for power. No crazy conspiracy about how he, concocted the largest terrorist attack in history. Just an old dude. He should have gone to an art school, not a liberal New England college. Liberals are the bane to my existence. But he could have.
We could have lived in a world where we saw George Bush drawing the pickle smile.
Yeah. George Bush could have had his own original cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Oh my god.
It would have been called Bushy Boys.
Bushy Boys.
And it would have been about him and Jeb growing up, and then we wouldn't have gotten Steven Universe.
Would have saved the world.
Would have saved the world. Would have saved the world.
Unfortunately, we're living in this timeline.
Unfortunately, we're living in this timeline where he was forced to become evil president.
I think at some point, and I think many people will agree, like in terms of politics, and I don't know how high up you have to be before I personally make the decision, where I start making the decision that you that you are most likely a fucking sociopath.
Oh, absolutely. It's just like being a Twitch streamer.
At any point in time of like public or private sector, like if you make it to billionaire status, or hell, like maybe even millionaire status, there is a point where I think to myself that you didn't get to where you are. And the same goes with politics. You didn't get to where you are without doing some shady, smarmy, backstabbing.
Right. But the difference is in politics, the shady shit you have to do to get to the top is satanic rituals in the Bohemian Grove to Moloch.
And as Sam Hyde put it, put little boy penises in your mouth.
That also, yes. That's mostly a Jewish thing, but I didn't say that.
Okay. And we're all canceled. We're all canceled.
What? It's factually true. What do you want from me?
I mean, the whole circumcision is true.
All right.
Shalom. It's so true.
You just like the way the uniforms look, right? Yeah.
You just like the way the uniforms look.
I mean, that's Hugo Boss right there. I mean, that's what that is, right?
Are you guys aware? Are you guys aware that there is a non-tiny demographic. There is a moderately sized demographic of gay men who have a fetish for Nazi uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah. You go
Furs
on
too.
fucking-
We call them Nazi furs.
Oh yes, I forgot about the Nazi furs.
Yeah,
you
they're
forgot about the
very
Nazi
much
furs.
So how much longer do we
the
have
Nazi
to wait for
ponies.
the aliens to come and wipe us all out?
Bro,
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't
think they
know,
even want to touch us.
I don't think they're
I don't
going
even
to
think
touch us
radical
because
ones.
we're their favorite television show, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
you're so
I-
right.
I feel like there is some
the
truth
man
to
just
that.
said Nazi furries, okay? The man
Yeah.
just said Nazi furs. We had Nazi furs. We also had Nazi MLP from
Yep.
Pole when fucking
Oh,
My
yeah.
Little Pony
Bro,
fucking
that
over
was
Pole.
one of the greatest events on Poll because that actually cleansed Redditors and Canadians for just a couple days. There was harmony.
For just a couple of days, there was harmony.
ML Poll was absolute baller.
Oh, it was amazing. It was. I was so looking back on it. I was so.
The shit posting almost ended. Like, and you had Redditors crying on Reddit, going off about like, I just can't deal with the pesto ponies, and it's like, oh, that shows weakness. Oh, but all good things must come to an end.
I mean, it was a measure of behavior for like all corners of the fucking.
It was a synergy that no one thought was.
You know, I didn't think the Nazis and the MLP guys would get along very well, but what do you know?
Yeah,
that was probably a work. You know, that was probably a rig, kind of like how, if you remember how
Fitlet.
What was it? The what was it? The Nazi femboy thing started.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
I'm well aware of the Nazi femboys.
Yeah,
right-wing femboys.
It was a couple of hundred people on a Discord server that were just like,
let's make this a thing.
Yeah, let's make this a thing just for the sake of the lulz. And you know what? I have respect for that shit.
Oh, like creating a psyop like that. It takes dedication, and it's hilarious. So
it's what happened with the original MLP, minus the the whole political stuff. Like that's how the whole bronies thing came, was just a shit post from Co.
Yeah.
And now Co regretted it profusely.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
But that bled into so many fucking websites too. It bled into Something Awful. It bled into FJ.
Everywhere.
It bled
literally everywhere.
It tainted the entire internet. That's true.
I used to be a shit poster. And
even I myself was a brony for a long period of time.
On TF2.
I have a Fluttershy hoodie in my closet.
Hell yeah.
I would have pictured you more as a Rainbow Dash.
Why? Because she's the gay one, Zep?
No, because she's the rainbow one.
Remind me to strangle you when I meet you in person.
If you can reach me, you 5'4" nothing bitch.
I'm 5'11".
Oh. You 5'11" nothing bitch.
He was like
Zep, how tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
Liar.
Yeah, you're right. I'm 6'5".
Liar.
Yeah, you're right. I'm 6'0".
There you go. I can reach your neck and I can kick you in the face.
You can go ahead and say that, but according to the internet, since there's a 5 in your height, you're automatically not a person.
Those are just white girls, though.
Your height starts with 5, therefore you're not a person.
The pony that I am most like is Rarity. Yes, that is true. Because she likes gems, and I like gems.
Is there like is there a gay stereotype when it comes to the height of men? Is there a gay stereotype with that?
No, but if you're short, you're a bottom.
Oh, well, I did not expect that answer. Okay.
I mean, how is a short man gonna top? They're not.
Our top.
Well, very easily. So we have these things called footstools.
No. I don't know. Every man in my harem is over 6 foot, so. It's not something I've ever thought about.
So I guess I'm. What is it? I'm excluded because I'm at 6 foot and not over 6 foot.
So, are we gonna play Muck by any chance?
You're excluded from my harem because you're straight and married, Zep.
Okay, good. I'm just counting the reasons why you should never touch me.
Oh, no. I'm going to touch you. It's just not going to be sexual.
It's gonna hurt.
You just told me that you were going to hug me. You were going to
I told you I was going to choke you.
You were going to embrace my throat very tightly. Okay.
With my hand.
Yes.
And squeeze until the life is gone out of you.
Yes, that's how much you love me.
Ah, well.
We discussed this yesterday. You are a complete, what's the word, Tsundere?
Tsundere.
Yandere?
Yeah, Tsundere. Wait, how about you pick up your lingerie, you smelly weeb fuck?
How about you pick up your laundere? No.
God,
unless your wife gives me permission to molest you, I will not be molesting you. I'll just be beating you.
Off.
Awesome.
Not off.
What a very loving.
I just love the look on your fucking face. You had to take a breath. It's like.
Oh God. All right. So Zep almost got away with it. No, he did not.
Get away with it.
If it wasn't for me meddling kids.
Man. So how about that Velma, huh?
I hear it's really, 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 really bad.